picked up this Byron, which is going to make this Melody getting super even more obnoxious. And on itself, as a matchups-wise, I think TOTEM have it pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking what TOTEM have here. All it's going to take is pretty much one breakaway, and it's going to decide the game. You know, you said they're going to go for this all-out control kind of vibe. You need the synergy, you need the team play kind of locked down for that to be a viable kind of decision in Heist. So I hope for Eternal Fire's sake, the past couple of months that they've been together has been a very productive couple of months, otherwise this could be posing a big issue, and Eternal Fire round it out with the Carl as well. I love a Carl, just one of my favorite brawlers. I'm not sure I'm in love with it in this, but like it's going to be able to slice through a good amount of those Eve hatchlings.
Well, sounds like you're both coming down on the side of Reply Totem. Sorry, Spoo, what you saying?
No, please go on again.
Reply Totem, though. Yeah. We're pretty happy with that draft. We're a little worried about Eternal Fire here.
I mean, I don't mind it. It's fine if they're going to be able to actually... It sounds like this is like... The draft's fine if they can make the draft work. It's a very, like...
No. Well, you said EMEA is cooking. This is the kitchen. Maybe... No. Okay.
TOTEM is cooking. Yeah. And that's what we're about to see, Trav, as we head into set number 2.
Well, Byron going to be playing through this mid, and Eve over the water here. Going to be able to pretty rain freely as Mebius no flying hook in sight yet. And just over the right-hand side, Buzzco needs to keep his range and keep away from the supercharge. And no connections just yet. Good so far.
Yeah, Angel Boy here darting around on that right side. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on the number of shots that they are individually landing. Maru is also getting closer to his super on the left side here. The first engagement of the game. And Maru chooses to take the safe way out, disengages there, very nice. And Angel Boy here down in the center being popped up by that heal from Maru. The aggression is good from TOTEM as they inch closer and closer to the Eternal Fire base.
Yeah, good few taps, but Angel Boy getting a few of his own at the moment as well. Wants to try and get the super up and going, but a pinch onto maybe a couple of shots from the Byron. That's beautiful. And Maru remains alive as well. Angel Boy just puts himself in a bit of danger, but knows he has the teammate to keep him alive in the long run. Buzzco eventually moving forwards now, and only 5% done by Reply TOTEM on that push. But now Angel Boy goes in, and the power of Melody shows.
Instantly answered there by Nob, though. A nice shot there. You know, it's damage mitigation at the very least. And on the other hand, Mebius trying to cosplay as Angel Boy for a brief second here, managing to do a little bit of damage there. Mari in the center is the last man standing, trying to defend out. A nice super flies out, kind of pushing Nob back just a little bit.
Well, Nob did use that hypercharge as well. Not the most use out of it, I will say, and those kind of hatchlings coming in from the hypercharge on the Eve side up top. Angel Boy has super going in now, needs some help on this backside, and that is going to be Buzzco trying to assist. Throws the super over to the right-hand side, a little bit of a waste, but got to make sure in those kind of circumstances that Carl lunges aggressively. Maru's going to do the exact same, get a hatchling on safe and a few beams of his own.
Yeah, Maru's on safe as the damage dealer here. Not the ideal damage dealer. You are looking for Angel Boy to just get a lot of damage into the safe. It's a relatively close game so far, surprisingly here. Eternal Fire holding very, very strong.
Yeah, I mean, a little breakaway from Mebius would go quite a long way right now, but doesn't want to feed this hypercharged Melody looming in front of him. Gets one shot onto him as well, and can't extend, but needs to. Down 4% with 15 seconds on the clock. We start to see Eternal Fire bouncing out, but these Eve hatchlings coming in now. The super to the right-hand side, and now Angel Boy's going to go in with the hypercharge, and that is game over. Not going to die either, and say goodbye to the safe as Reply TOTEM come out swinging in set 2.
Yeah, Reply TOTEM saving us 3 seconds on the clock there with that hypercharge. As predicted, it's a win condition, and if you give it away, the game's pretty much over.
I mean, the thing is, the Carl had to go, right? Like, he's the one who's got to make the move, and he's going to feed him, but it's kind of like, maybe I'll be able to dodge a few shots and get on the opponent's safe, but it just didn't work out that way. And as you say, this kind of control composition doesn't really work if Melody gets fed so.
Yeah, they really have to basically play 100%, just defend the entire way, then maybe Mebius gets one shot in, and that's kind of the Eternal Fire plan. We're gonna have to see if they adapt to that in game number 2, though.
Well, certainly pretty much the exact same scenario as in the first game this time, but a pinch comes in from Nob. Oh, almost, but Maru so aware to how far that pickaxe is going to be able to get and only get 1 out of the 2 hits. Chooses not to jump away, and now starts to get sliced, but this Byron is just nasty.
Yeah, this heal meta coming in here is really dirty to watch sometimes. I mean, it creeps up my skin the way that I see how these pro players execute this. And Nob's going to be the first person to drop. It's an even better start compared to that first game. But once again, Angel Boy is answered, but the damage is dealt.
Good trade there as well. And the Gadget and a Super will trade ways as he gadgets away from that. Busco now, super in hand. Maybe it's going to go down this right-hand side and actually bait out a shot by clipping the wall there and force Angel Boy to try and shoot a bit further back than where he was going to land. But he's in a good position now. Another fly knock in. He's going forwards. What a move there from Mebius to be able to bait out 2 shots from Angel Boy and get a slight bit of damage and take the lead.
That was probably the most ideal interaction that Eternal Fire could have gotten. They took down Angel Boy, and a nice shot there from Nob, but the heal from Maru is going to save him. He does still drop there to Mebius, and this is an ideal position for Eternal Fire.
Brilliant stuff. Now the hypercharge comes forward though, but he's not going to be on the safe. He just wipes out 2. A little bit of help from his team, and that's going to be the lead. Instantly going back to reply Totem. But the spin out from Mebius wants to try and make this aggressive push, but the hatchling is following on and on and on. An all-out reply Totem.
Imagine playing that well as Eternal Fire, doing everything, and they lose to a purple button from Angel Boy. The purple button does come out here from Nob, though. They do make a final offensive. They have to make this one work. It's going to be their last shot. 30 seconds left on the clock. Angel Boy's going to make a breakaway play onto the safe, though. It's a base raise, and with 19%, 14%, Angel Boy against the wall. They put it down to 8%. 20 seconds left on the clock. Eternal Fire could potentially make a comeback here.
It's definitely a possibility here, where maybe it's in his back pocket, but the Eve hatchling's going to be placed down with a hypercharge along with it. Maru wins that 1v1 matchup, but it's still going down up top. A little beam here and there, and Reply Totem will just hold on. Nice breakaway in the closing seconds, or as that could have gone back.
That was closer than I would have thought based on how you guys were talking about the matchups there. Now, I know you talked about, yeah, this is a nice little control route from Eternal Fire, but what happened to the Melody? What happened to Angel Fire? Or Angel Boy?
I mean,
you ran away
you
with
just
it.
Can't do anything. That's the thing. Like, if you see Melody first, but you're expecting to lose, that's the thing. Like, when you're against Melody, you see he gets 193 DPS. That's not a lot. I'd say that and look at the other 2 members of Eternal Fire, to be honest with you. But they obviously don't kind of have that collapse ability that Melody does. You know, as well as Nob played, 6 kills, 330 DPS. It's just not enough to fend off the opposition.
Yeah, I mean, when we usually see first picks come out, we expect to see that all 3 of the brawlers that come after should be complete counters. And in this case, I'm looking at the Eternal Fire draft, and I think that this is actually a pretty decent game for Melody. So that's something that I don't really understand what went wrong there in the draft side. We're already 2 sets down. Eternal Fire really need to start thinking a bit deeper about this.
Well, this is the beginning of the season. This is an incredible tournament, our Champions Invitational, but is this potentially an information-seeking time for any of these teams? Are they trying things out that they might be bringing to tournaments upcoming?
I think it's a possibility. I do think they're going to be really trying to get the lion's share of this prize pool. So there's going to be a certain balance between trying things, you know, testing different comps, how good the synergy is, and just really trying to win and getting all the best competitions that you can down. There's definitely a balance in there somewhere, but I do think this is kind of like the best that teams have to offer at the moment. It's a good testing ground to see where you stand and what you need to improve on for the year.
Interesting. And yeah, this is their first time they're kind of meeting now with these balance changes. So maybe some of that cooking they were doing at home, not so good when you take it to the potluck.